Hi, Tuccis. It's D Money.
And Rory.
Two good Tuccis ready to discuss iconic friendships of film and television. This week we are getting into Barb and Star of, wait for it, Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
Ah! If you are new here, just that reminder that a good Tucci is that BFF who's got your back no matter what. You know, just like Stanley Tucci in almost every movie role. Yeah. And
At this
Stanley,
point.
right, exactly. And Stanley, if you are listening, would you like to go to Vista Del Mar and share a buried treasure with me? I think it'd be a good time, you know? A
Mm,
little surprise.
goes splunking for a chest.
Spelunking. The treasure
Mm-hmm.
was good, gal. Here's your treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Vista Del Mar. Haven't been there. Would I don't know if I would like to go. I think the idea of it, I would like to go. I think we've been there before, the idea.
I've
But
been in nearby related similar towns. I am
mhm,
from that coast, but not there. Never heard of
yeah,
her till the film.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, very intriguing. Love it. Love the story, first of all. I think
Oh yeah.
because it was like a very woman-heavy project, so they just know what we want. They know what to give, and they brought.
I would like to say so we have seen this before. We watched you introduced me to this lovely film and the first time we watched it and then going to rewatch just to refresh. This movie started and I was like, am I watching the right thing?
Oh,
I
because the kid
forgot.
on the bike.
Oh no, actually I love that part. But when then they
Oh
get
yeah, yeah.
into the plot, the B plot and the
Oh,
whole
when he gets
mission.
adjusted powers.
Yes, I was like,
Hmm.
I just forgot all about this storyline apparently. And then it clicked later on when things started meshing. But she was
Hmm.
confused. I was just like, she got me together. All right.
Hmm.
We
That's what
liked it.
happens when you don't have a good Tucci. This is what happens.
Well, hi
Little
Tucci.
foreshadowing.
Hi Tucci.
But like so there's that opening, and then there's like the real opening once Barb and Star comes on,
Oh yes.
and they're just talking. First of all, they're working together. Second of all, they're talking and not just finishing each other's sentences, but just talking in shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
I know we can relate, but it's like they just have to be like, oh well, like three words here. Oh well, two words here. Well, maybe five over here.
Just a little dibbled. Sometimes it
Mhm.
literally is just the starting of the thought. I feel like it probably happened. I don't remember specifically, but they get oh, did you think about? And they've already just like, oh yeah, did you? Like, it's very that. You don't even, there's no rhyme or reason. It
Mhm.
did make me think of you a little bit. Also, the whole hysterical of that, and it is in my notes that they're at work. So we think, come to find out, neither of them are supposed to be at work. And they're just there to
And-
visit each other on the days that they thought that they were working. Not that either of us really like to be at work all that much. Neither of us really want a job. But if
Right.
that's not you and I
Mhm.
don't know that we're coming in on our off days just to like chill and chit chat. But if we have the same shift, oh, it's over. We
It's
have the
very
the couch is
like
ours.
I graduated last year from high school and I'm coming back to visit the teacher and I have my keys on a lanyard. It's giving that energy when
Okay,
like you go to like visit your friend at work like that. You know
I
what I
see
mean?
you. I do. I see you.
And
I
you're just swinging them keys.
That's basically what's happening. They don't have the keys though. What is their
Oh,
version of the keys?
that couch.
You're right.
They said, "Oh, this couch? Yeah, no, this is not accessible to you like this car because you're too young to drive."
Here's my question. Do you get
Mm.
commission? Because I'm sorry, and I think you would agree with me on this. That's our couch. That's fine and dandy, and that's cute. That's whatever. But if it comes down to it, if this is getting commission and this is making a paycheck and this is getting me a little something at the end of the day, I'm selling that bitch.
Oh
They're
yeah.
like too sentimental, too holding on to it. I said, no, girl, we got things to do. We got dreams. We got goals. We got things we want to buy. We'll
Tell
split
the
the
man with the money to come
commission.
here and pay me.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. Couches come and go.
They do.
Words to live by.
Thank you. It's probably worn in. Get you a new one. Make new memories. You know,
Because
it's
guess
fine.
what? If you're not going to get a commission, 15 years later, it's just going to become hips on a drag queen.
Been there.
So
Seen
get
it
that money while you
happen.
can
Seen it
instead of
happen.
begging somebody to take it off your hands.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because it's a whale carcass in the middle of your living room that is trying to be disguised with a coffee table in front of it.
All right. And you said it. And what?
I don't
And
even
that
know what I said. It's one of those out of body experiences where the mouth just keeps going. Um, so they go from that to Wendy McClendon Covey on
Oh, Mickey.
Wendy McClendon Covey,
Mm-hmm.
on the side of the road, getting her steps
Oh,
in.
absolutely.
I didn't think about it until after I wrote my notes, but, I put down, like, I'm not scared of getting older, but, like, you know how when you're younger and you watch high school movies and you're like, "Oh, this is what it's gonna be like?" This is kind of what I felt like of being the younger person looking at the older person, like, is this what we have to look forward to? Like, Wendy's characters like, whole, like, "Oh, like, we're doing this, we're over here, we're checking out the buffet," like, is this what I have to look forward to? But also when I got to high school, I was like, "This isn't my high school," so I don't think I need to worry about it like that because 'cause I'm not trying to be like the
Mm-hmm.
40, 50 cool something doing that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff. Because 'cause you'll never catch me on a Royal Caribbean. I will tell you that today.
Well, there you
So,
go.
I don't think I need to worry about that's not my demo, but I was like, "Is this like a little snapshot, a little sneaky peek, a little peeky through
Okay. I see
into
you.
becoming that age?"
For some
I don't think
people,
it
I
is.
think it is. I think it
Mm.
is for some people.
Is it the fashion? Well, some people, I'm talking about me and
For
mice's.
you and your sis and me and my sis, absolutely not.
Mhm,
Because why? Choices. Because we have the freedom and autonomy to make the choices, and we will, as
mhm. 'Cause
homosexuals.
choices were made.
They were indeed.
Mhm.
Choices were
Well,
made.
not just for me, but for them too. They ended up they just didn't get
How else
plopped
did they get
in
there?
in
Exactly.
Lycra.
I can't say anything because I've already spent a good amount of time of my life in some lycra, so we're just gonna
Exactly.
skip.
So firsthand, you know that Lycra just doesn't happen. You have to make it happen.
You're right.
One just does not happen upon.
You don't just stumble upon some lycra.
Yeah, no, that is a choice. Sometimes multiple choices because you have to go to the store, you have to find that vault of fabric, you have to get that pattern, you gotta sew that bodysuit, you gotta put it on, get them tips, and hopefully you recoup half the cost because you didn't have a coupon this week at Michael's,
Well, that's your problem right there. You're shopping for fabric at Michael's, girl.
right?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, I want quality.
Oh, do you?
I'm a woman of
Do you?
excellence,
With their with their
excellente.
five selection, their five pieces of selection. No, thank you. I'll
Mhm,
pass.
mhm,
I'll
mhm.
pass. I love Barb and Star. Don't have to worry about it because why? Culottes.
That is one thing I think that will save me.
Culottes?
Like a Bermuda pant maybe,
Oh,
definitely not a gaucho,
okay. Okay.
definitely not a gaucho, and I that's from personal experience, not just because nobody should gaucho, but from personal
Mhm.
experience. I was in a dance company when I was younger, and this girl, that was her jazz pant, was a gaucho,
Oh.
and I have seen that material in colors flow in ways I should not see it flow.
Okay. Just a little trauma. Just a little. No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much.
Well, and if you're in again, if this is your future, you wouldn't have to worry about it because what is it? She says Mickey's Tommy Bahama head to toe. Is that my fantasy? No, it is not.
It's giving
No, it is
Margaritaville.
not. Been a couple of
Mhm.
times. Is that my fantasy? No, it is not. No,
Mm.
no. So
Mm-mm.
here's my favorite thing when we're getting into the meat of this particular story with these guys. When the adventure starts to begin, we're still here with Mickey. Oh, I don't do real names. I forget who you just said. Wendy something.
Wendy McClendy-Covey.
It just made me think, and I was curious of a question to you, Tucci. Do you feel like you indeed have ever been soul douched?
Hmm.
And if not,
Hmm.
are you open to it?
I don't know, cause she put it, like, in a positive light, but I will tell you, I am not the same person I was, like, as a young adult. Let's say, like, turning 18.
Okay,
Like, from 18, like, into adulthood, like, obviously, like, you grow up and you, like, become more responsible or mature, whatever you wanna call it.
sure.
Like, obviously, that happens, but, like, I feel like I'm a completely different person than
Yes.
I was then, and it's not based upon those things. So it's like before I was like outgoing and like, let me talk to you and blah blah blah. And right now, like that's not my MO.
Not quite. That's not what we're here for.
Yeah, like right now, like I hate the small talk. But
Yeah.
before I would be like the first person to come up to you and be like, "Oh, hey, what's this and that? What's going on?"
Sure.
But now I can't. But I think it was because I surrounded myself like that and I was mimicking and doing what I thought should have been done. And so that was it. Like being part of like ASB or like extracurricular things that like push me to be out of the box or like I had to help students and stuff. So like things like that I saw people doing and was like, "Oh, this is just what we do." And I think
Sure.
it
Yeah.
carried over.
A little.
And now that I'm not giving tours and shit of the campus, I'm like, "Don't talk to me."
For why? Exactly. Yeah. I like the idea. There's probably just some things in there that could just be washed away. I'm down for it. I'm down for a
Mhm.
little douching. Why not? Cleanse our
What
soul.
would be the metaphorical bulb?
Well,
The
I guess it depends the entry point,
the mechanism.
the mechanism. Well, what's the entry point? How do we access the soul?
Mm, like to the
The
top of the
belly
head.
button, the head to access the soul. What? It's just a hat. I don't know.
It's just a fancy hat.
Just a fancy hat. Just
So
the soul
you're
just
saying
being
the man in the
happy.
yellow hat from Curious George was onto something?
Maybe.
Hmm?
Maybe.
I'm not saying, but I don't know.
I don't know his motives.
Mhm,
I was not a part of
mhm.
that conversation.
So, we saw the Wendy McClendon Covey friend, and then they
Correct.
also had that, like, group of friends.
Oh,
Like,
oh, oh.
obviously, we
Talking
know,
club.
like, Barb and Star are the Good Tuccis. They are not Good Tuccis. They are bringing a bitch down.
Talking club. Let's
Mhm.
talk about
The
it.
fact that, like, they would lock them out if they're a second too late, and they're
On
pawing at
time.
the door.
I love you see the shadow coming up to the door, and she said, "You're late, go home." But then we find out she sticks around and she's just screaming responses back through the door later on. Oh, I'm so sorry for you
That
guys. Go
that
home,
is the
Gail.
equivalent of listening to a podcast for me. Like, that's what I'm the friend on the outside, and I'm, like, watching, like, Trixie or Katya or whatever, or, like, Bob and Monet, and they, like, get held up on something, and I'm like, "But this is the answer. Let me know." And then I'm always like, "Maybe I should reach out and be like, I know a whole bunch of random shit and can kinda be like an encyclopedia if you need me. I don't need a producer credit."
Oh, just a little reference. Little
Yeah,
reference person.
like on Wendy Williams when they would cut to the guy with the glasses at the podium.
Exactly. I
Mhm.
absolutely see that for you. Yeah, that's your judge. That's the one.
What's like a step below a moderator? That's that.
That's you
Mhm.
in this fantasy world.
Book me.
There we go.
You don't need a you don't quite need a moderator, but you need someone there to push around the
Just
conversation.
your reference checker. You're just a
Uh-huh.
checker. Oh, a
Well,
fact
I think that,
checker.
like, on some podcasts, they have, like, somebody who is, like, a fact checker.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get one of those. And,
It.
like,
Yeah.
the next episode, they, like, fact check the previous episode.
Oh, we can just do a little moment on it. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be okay. Check me,
So,
please. Please
yeah.
let me know if I'm wrong.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Let me let. Well, applications are
But
open. Maybe
that group of ladies, though,
I.
I don't know about it. I don't know about them. Enty of them, because it wasn't like, "Oh, well, there's, like, a good one." It was like they all fell in line and, like, you still don't want a yes person like that, or, like, they were all just as mean as the meanest person.
I will say, go figure. Incredible casting here. Loved every single one of these women, and other things they have
Oh, the
been
delivery
in.
was hilarious, but if
She
you were to put
was.
this in real life situation,
Oh no, she
those are
was
not a girl.
awful. And you better. It would have taken how many times they've done this? It would have taken me one time, sweetie. I come to this little talking group one time, and let me tell you, I am not coming back. High chance I'm not even finishing the evening. I'm so sorry. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. I just, I have other things I need to take care of right now. I just don't think it's for me. I don't think it's for
Not for
me.
me and mices,
I
no
don't think
no.
it's for me. No, but thank you. Thank you. I would not. I don't think I could entertain that environment. But also, I love the way it was portrayed. Everyone's in the same fit. These muted, bland, boring, sandy tones, the couch, the decor, the wallpaper, everything about it is not a place I want to be, gal. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, no, no.
I'm
It was not
sorry.
inviting, it wasn't cozy, it wasn't and I don't even, like, wanna say, like, aesthetics because I hate that, but
It just wasn't the vibe.
it wasn't inviting.
No, I'm sorry.
It wasn't like and then, like, everybody sat around, like, facing each other.
But there's a moment in this that kind of does prove my point again that, well, I guess the point I'm going to bring up right now, and then we'll touch on more as this goes on. Barb and Star are the same person. They
Mm,
take up two chairs at this party, but when I tell you they are the same person, they are one mind, because I love their whole spiel when, of course, the topic is jobs on the day that they lose their job. And so they're
mm.
panicking, freaking out. And it's like, okay, so tell me about your job. Tell me about it. And they have their whole spiel, blah, 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 blah. And they just so happen to both land on it at the same time, blah, blah, blah. And then we got a promotion. You better. You better. That is very me. But also,
That's shared mind.
exactly, just at the same time. The connection is uncanny with these two people, and it just never stops as we go through this. And part of me loves it, and part of me is just like, what's happening here? This is a little too fantasy, a little too fiction, but a little too reality sometimes.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
a
Because
little
it's not like it doesn't happen.
even sometimes even more than others because you see there's the whole thing about the gay couples and you start looking alike and you start acting alike and dressing alike and it's just too much alikeness and it's just like the little dating twins and like
Boyfriend twins.
boyfriend twins. No, thankfully I'm into a different type most of the time than myself, so I got that going for me.
The closest I would say I am to boyfriend twins is if I don't have it, I don't want it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have tattoos, so, like, I'm not gonna be
Mm,
into tattoos.
okay, okay.
Like, I've got, like, my
See, we
stomach
differ
pierced,
and
so, like,
that's
I wouldn't
good.
want anything past that. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
piercing-wise, like, other than because 'cause I've had my ears pierced, but, like, I wouldn't have, like I don't know.
Accessories
Mhm.
multiples. Okay,
Uh, yes, accoutrement.
there you go.
Mhm. So,
Collector if
like,
you will.
that's the closest I get to boyfriend twins.
Okay, I see, I see. Just accessorizing. We just got to be on the same
Mhm.
level,
It's just if I don't have
fashion-wise.
it, I'm not into it.
Well,
And
that's
that's
fair.
just to say, like, that's just what I'm into, not into. Everybody's into everything. So,
And there's a plethora for everybody, let me tell you.
mhm.
Absolutely.
Pleased to meet.
Easy, Mitch.
Mhm.
I just happened to glance at my notes, and this oddly plays into this topic at the moment, kind of. But I'm trying to remember why I wrote this down. Bouncing around with our legs wide open. Where does that come from? What is this moment?
Our moment?
No, no, no. Barb and Stars moment.
I know, but you're trying to find something that equates?
No. When does.
Okay. I was like, "What?"
What is our relatable moment to bouncing around with our legs wide open?
Like, we've had some, like we got, like, Slappy Bonner Badger, but, like, what are you talking about?
We don't have the shared experience. We don't
Oh,
need
no, not
her.
that, but,
No,
like,
no,
I
no.
was like, "What ridiculous thing do we have that's like
Do you
that?"
know? Do you recall this from the film?
No.
Okay, moving on then. It's referenced somewhere. I couldn't tell you where, but it's in there. I wrote it for a reason.
That's why I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It's well, it was on topic.
Mhm.
Tell me what.
Sorry to break the improv rule. No. Right.
Well, I
Mhm.
guess we're done here. I guess that's all. Thank you.
You mentioned it earlier, spoiler, they get fired.
Well, yep.
Now, if you were to get fired, would you
Yes.
think it's easier to get fired with a friend or by yourself? Because obviously the friends are gonna be there later and hear about it, but, like, with the whole process of, like, getting fired, like, having your emotional support friend right there, like Because some firings are never easy. Because then, like, you start coming up with like, well, how am I going to do this? Well, like, where's this money going to come from? Like, would
No,
that be easier to have
exactly.
somebody with you, or like, damn, had a rough day. Let me text somebody.
I think I am kind of one that does like a little bit of my like time to process and experience. Like maybe having, if it was a double firing, which is wild. Like, does that happen? Do people like get double fired? Is there like group firings? I guess that's like a layoff, but I don't.
RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't want
Okay.
to say all the time,
I
but
said double firing, not double elimination. Trust and believe I'm aware.
are they getting paid anymore? Are they
Well, now they're about to start
longer
getting
employed?
paid a whole lot more, sweetie. Their whole career just got a boost. Thank you so much. So,
But
kind of, sort of. So,
I'm sorry, you can't get fired correctly. I can't get fired correctly, but
oh, I got my unemployment benefits. Thank you so much.
beat me.
Thank you so much. I actually have only, have I ever been fired? I've been let go once, I think.
Oh, I've been asked to leave.
What was that, this morning?
Oh, all the time, every day.
Yesterday, went to the store all the time. Yeah.
They said,
So I know it's been a minute since you had the job, but have you ever been like it was just the one time you've been asked to leave?
oh no, I've been like I I
Oh.
either been fired or I've quit.
Well, those are
So
kind of
you
the
do the
only
math.
options. You kind of get two choices here.
Yeah, I would say mm, I've left more jobs than I've been fired from.
Okay, well that's good. And
But
same.
my last job, I did leave, but the one before that I was fired. But that
Oh,
was like I don't want to get all into it, but that was not of my own accord. There was nothing I could have done. And it was the manager like cleaning out house and like found me on a technicality because like family worked for the company as well.
oh, we love.
And so it was like, oh, well, it's either one or you and you got to go. So, but they also
Right.
got like two other like there was two because we were all like clerks and there was like two other sisters there and like they both got let go. So it was just like whatever.
Oh, they were really just clearing
They were
house.
literally like reading the fine print of everything because but I was like, but I've been here like over like a year. Now we want to say something? Okay.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Okay. No, thank you. Yeah, I would say it's okay to have the friend there for the firing. I don't know if that how realistic that is, but then I'm gonna need some time to myself, or it's gonna be a real quiet drive home. You know,
Oh, because you're still processing.
I just want to think about it, and I'm figuring out my next steps, and I just want to see like what my things are, and then I can come to the friend again and be like, "All right, let's talk about this shit.
Oh,
What are we doing
we
here?
had a time.
Oh, it was grand." But then, do we try to get a job together again? Is this where we part our ways? How is this happening?
First of all, the chances. I don't want to say like it
Exactly.
doesn't happen, and a lot of it that like 9 times out of 10 getting a job is like because you know somebody. But like,
Well, they're never getting that set up again, regardless.
hmm.
So things has
Because
changed.
also it's like one thing to be a friend and like work with a friend, but also it's like another thing to like be outrageous like us and like not professional. You know what I mean? Like at
True.
April Foolin' on the floor.
Which we would do a little bit of, but then we also like we could maintain a level.
Hmm.
But then as soon as
Like
we walk into that
after
back
the
room,
couch, the customers come up and they're like, "No, this is our couch." No, like,
gimme, gimme, gimme.
hmm,
We about to go out clubbing tonight to celebrate that we just sold a couch.
hmm,
A piece of history, if you will. I would have upcharged for it. Hello.
right? I'll be like, you know how many times I farted on that thing and they still bought it?
You're welcome.
Hmm.
It's an extra 100 per fart. Thank you so much.
Oh, fart in your mouth,
Shit on these walls, right?
right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow. Bouncing around with her legs wide open. She still got me. I want to know where she comes from.
I just think of like those bouncy balls with the handles.
I like that. Oh, I should get one of those desk chairs that are like that. That'd be
Oh, where it's
fun.
just the power ball.
Just sitting here while
Activate
we
that core.
just sitting here while we do the pod. I'm just hi guys, just bouncing. Hey. It'd be a good time. What a workout. Oh, good for my core. So Barb and Star.
Do you think their connection is, like, the strongest out of everybody we talked about so far? Because I think that is what separates them from everybody.
These it is wild that they're they're like soul twins.
Mhm,
Like it does there is some weirdness. I don't even remember. Does it talk about the origins of their friendships or we just pick it up and we keep it going?
mhm, they just again,
Right.
like, they reference things, like, from the past, but we don't see it, and it's not like a twin flame thing, it's like the candle fell over, and now it's just one
Oh, it's just melding into
one.
one.
Yeah, it's not like, "Oh, I found my twin flame." It's like, "No, this bitch teetered, and now it's just, like,
Now we
one of
are
those,
one
like,
structure.
big, long flames that's, like, starting to give the black smoke a little bit." And you're like, "That looks really cool, but it's gonna go south real fast."
Well, and it kind of does a little bit as we see, but I think they
Eh?
have to have the strongest bond. They have to. It's they're too much alike. I feel like we see it in the first like 10 seconds when we think they're just chilling at home on the couch and then we see that it's not like the first 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, it all just cements who they are. We're not even on their level. Like we call ourselves the ultimate Tucci's, but we're not even
Oh, yeah, no, no,
close
no, no,
to
no.
what they have going on here. Stanley Tucci, he uses them as inspiration for his Tucci shows.
Huh.
I I don't know that there is another. Yeah, they're probably. I mean, they stand out in a lot of ways. Let's be real there. The culottes alone, but yeah, they're probably. I'm interested to rate them later, because
Hmm.
as I said, they're the same person. Bitch, who
Oh,
is
yeah.
who? Find out later. Tune in.
But if they are the same person, is there any evolution?
There is a bit. I mean, depending how we want to talk. I mean, if you haven't seen, there is a little bit of a story arc with these two in the film, right? So we find out that there's still things that they've never done together, and there's things that they want to do, but then there's also things that are willing to make them lie to each other for the first times in their lives, and that makes them feel really bad. And just that alone, first off, don't lie to your Tucci.
Oh, no.
Just don't lie to your Tucci. Like I
Mhm.
get it was the whole moment, and he's a hot man. I agree, and it's the whole thing.
Oh, so now we're gonna talk about Edgar.
Oh, you want to talk about Edgar?
Yes,
I do.
all about Edgar.
We could,
Um,
yes, yes, we can.
he comes in because 'cause he's got a mission that they don't know about. He comes in to infiltrate, but, like, you wanna talk about a third wheel? You wanna talk about a third wheel.
This is like a love octagon. Not actually, but there's so much happening and it ends up happening here.
Mhm.
It's a lot, Robin.
Robin, it's too much, that's a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah.
And it's, we joke about, like, alright, they either live together or they end up hooking up in, like, all of these people, but I think the 3rd one was, like, love interest. Like, they share the same ones, and we've already, like, we've debunked all of those between us because we
Yes.
like different types of people. We said we can appreciate.
So,
You can say, "Go for you, gal, get it."
but here's my thing, and that's the thing. In this situation with the buried treasure, first off, don't even know what we just did, what we just took. We've talked about this with you before. You've had your moment. There's your treasure, gal. Don't know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
So I think this in any way, shape, form, this would be the one exception. And it's not that it's just someone that we can both appreciate. There's a lot of other influences involved here. So it's not just a decision making process of just, oh yeah, just gonna we're gonna do this together. They were not entirely in agreement of what they had going on in this moment, I would say.
Mhm.
I, if it was ever on the table, that's the only way. If we're incoherent to say the least.
Oh, if we had taken something in a treasure chest at the bottom of our drink.
Taken first off, finished the drinks, and then taken two mystery substances to top it off.
Mhm.
There's your treasure.
Not that rat lungworm.
That's exactly what it is. But you survived the next day. Congratulations, gal.
Uh-huh, they say, "Eat that slug."
Dang. Eat that slug.
Oh,
Oh, oh.
oh, yeah.
My body didn't like that one. No, thank you. No, 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 thank you. Okay.
It's like I said, it's the ultimate third wheel because first Edgar comes on the third wheel because it's their vacation.
Correct.
And then they inadvertently change and like alternate becoming a third wheel to each other. And then it's not good because it
It's
just goes
so
in a circle. Nothing happens.
it's so strange. And then the first time you realize, Barb, when she sneaks
Mm.
out first because she's taking her little tubby bath, she sneaks out to go see the boy. And then at the end of her scene, she realizes, oh, this will never be anything. You just help awaken, blah, blah, blah. Why at that point, especially, is it not okay to be like, okay, Star, so here's what happened. And I did it, but this is what I realized, and I'm so sorry. And I hope you can forgive me. And I don't know, you know. But
We're gonna stop you there.
at the whole why it's done. You realize what it is. You're not still competing at this. You don't want him. He doesn't want you. But then if you had that with Star, then Starborough can have her whole big moment with him and it can be out in the open and she's not having to sneak around. And it's just you created a whole mess for no reason. No
But also too,
reason.
like the level of sneaking out, I think that would freak me out more. Like it wasn't just like, I don't know, just walking out the door. There was so much that like went
Exactly.
into it. It's like when they say like it wasn't the like when people cheat, they're like it wasn't the cheating, it was like the text messages, it was like the plotting, the scheming, like that part of it. Like
Uh-huh.
that's the aspect I'd be
You
like,
what you
what
took
the
it too
hell?
far. You
Like
went out of
you
your
literally
way.
could have made this easier, not just for me, but for yourself.
Thank you. No, exactly. And I don't it's just it's I don't know if we've talked about. Did you ever have the phase where you snuck out and like were climbing out of
Um,
windows and things of that nature? Did we talk about this?
no, I don't think I ever did.
Okay.
Like,
I
I was already at some place where we're like, we shouldn't have left, and, like, we snuck out there, but, like, I never, like, snuck out of my house.
sure, sure, sure.
Mm.
There's only a couple of times I think I did, but I wasn't doing crazy things like windows, jumping off of roofs, whatever you want to call them. I First off, Dad was a heavy sleeper, and he was influenced by some of the alcohols. Okay, so I just walked right out that
The
door.
hooch.
I walked right out that door, and I said, "Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you
it
so
said ping pong.
much." And when you grow up in certain environments, you just learn how it sounds when you walk on certain surfaces and what spots are your weak spots and the creaky spots. I just did the same thing with the rest of the family. I just found my little way out the back across the deck. We went down the steps and hi, hello, how are you? But we
Have
didn't
you
get
heard
too
of that?
crazy
Like,
with it.
I think it's like Ninja House or, like, Ninja Floors or Ninja Boards, where it's,
Quiet.
like it's, like you're a ninja and you
Ooh,
have these in your house, so, like, you know where to step to not make a sound, but nobody knows that, so, like, if
oh,
somebody's coming to rob you and they just go to, like, walk across the boards, it's gonna be creaking and cracking and, like, making noise.
I love this.
Mhm.
My whole house
So
is
that's
already
the
creaky
thing.
cracky, so it's
Or it
fine.
was.
I like the idea of this. I like this.
Mhm. Just like I know where to step, like, to be like a cat.
What really gets me with this whole kind of
Mhm.
battle with old Edgar,
Oh, battle. I thought you said badgle.
the
I said,
Badgel,
"What?"
the Badgel. You don't know about the Badgel? This whole battle
What
with
do you
Edgar,
Fucci?
the
Have you
Stanley
ever seen
Fooch.
that with, Rosanna, who's the cook, the Nerdy Nummies girl,
Oh, yes, yes,
and, like,
yes.
Trisha Paytas,
Yes, yes,
she's
yes.
cooking, and then, like, she goes to, like, put plastic wrap over it, but she mumbles "food safe," and she goes, "Put some food safe plastic wrap," and Trisha goes, "What'd you call it?" "Fousey," and she goes,
Fousey.
"Food save," and she goes, "Oh, okay."
Okay,
Look at you,
sure.
what'd you call it? "Fousey."
Fousey. Oh, Stanley Fousey. Ew, I don't like it. I don't like it. Make it stop.
Uh-huh.
But what we and jumping around when we see Barb and Star on the plane on their way to uh Vista Del Mar. Or I think it may be when they've landed in the airport. Oh, she even says, "You should take a lover on this trip. You should take your lover. You should find somebody." So you're
Mhm.
being the supportive Tucci, but then when it all comes down to it, you're being all sneaky and conniving and not letting. What is happening? Tell me
Yeah,
what's
see, no,
going
that's not good.
on. I don't like it. But also, it made me think. Been there because I remember you offering
Oh,
somebody a certain
oh,
amount of
see
She
See,
said, "You
that's the
need
thing.
something? You need
Mhm.
something? I can make some time if you need something. If you
Uh-huh,
need
but
to."
that's the thing, though. It was we were in our own Vista Del Mar,
We
and
absolutely.
we were on vacation together,
Uh-huh.
and we were there for a purpose.
Of course. We had a
You were
packed
serving your
schedule.
purpose, but it
Uh-huh.
was like, you can break away for, like, a half hour if you need to, and I can cover for you, but, like, also don't forget why we're here.
Oh, but of course. Well, too, it didn't hurt when certain opportunities tried to
Oh,
arise.
participating.
But you saw one of the ones and
Oh,
you were
yeah, that
very
but
keen on
again,
the,
like,
"Hey."
we're not the same type, but I was like, "Get it, gal.
uh, right. Oh
Good for
god.
you."
That's the worst thing about being on an island. How you gonna hit me up? An island away. Wait,
Oh,
I don't have a boat. Do you have a boat?
Mis mister.
I'll see you in a couple hours, I guess. Like, what is it? What's
Mhm.
happening here? Meh.
Yeah. If I need a boarding pass, it is not worth it.
No, no,
Mm-mm.
no.
But,
Anyway,
but yeah, like but again, like, that's all you need is just like, "Hey, alright, we're on the same page. Alright, see you in an hour," or something, like, you
that's how
because
you
that's all it
Tucci.
was.
Thank
Like, she
you.
wasn't gone for days. Like, it was like, she touch come go to the end of the pool, come back. Like, that's all it was.
Well, and then you see the way she snuck away. She said she was sick, so she's gone for the whole day because she's sick. You could have made that a 30, 45 minutes and then got back to the adventures and the boat tours and then this and the that just because you
Mhm.
talking and you just being
You
like,
coulda got on that banana boat and then go in
ain't
the
got on the
ocean
but
too.
thank you. Yeah, you said it. Thank you. Okay, so curious. I don't know that it really went this way so much with our trip, our vacation.
Oh, yeah, no, 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 no.
Well,
But
no.
this is where, like, I don't think our friendship, like, mimics their friendship. Like, this is not one aspect. Because again, it would be like we would just be like, "Here's the pictures, gal."
Here's what's up. Here's what I
Yeah,
got. I'll be
and now we're
back.
not, like, sneaking out. You're not, like, tying bed sheets together, trying to,
Well, not
like,
for those
scale.
purposes. Right. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was tricky, 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 tricky. So curious, jumping, because I actually don't know that they're packing for this trip, this vacation is wild.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But do you have an odd thing that you pack that's like
Like,
not, that's just like, that's extra? You know, it's not necessary, but you just want to have it with you, or you just need to take it. Not necessarily sentimental, but it could be like, I don't know that anyone in the world packs like these women pack. There's
I
somebody.
definitely don't. I haven't seen anybody do it. I overpack. Like,
You
I not
do.
that I pack, like, a lot, but I pack way more than, like, I actually use.
So you're
And
there
it's
for
not so much,
3 days,
like,
you're
my
ready for
clothes and stuff,
5.
it's, like, things that I think will keep me entertained. I'm like a
Oh,
9-year-old going on a cross-country road trip, so I'm like, I need my game systems, like, I need my music. Do I have my iPad? Do I have
yes.
my phone charger? Do I have everything else? Do I have, like, all my stuff? And then by the end of it, I looked at my phone for a half hour, like, flip through a book for, like, 20 minutes, and then never touch anything else. But meanwhile, I'm, like, lugging through the airport with my carry-on.
Very relatable, but mine is clothes and then a
Mhm.
little entertainment. But it's, oh, we're there for 3 days. I'm going to be prepared for 7. Sorry about it. Gonna have options.
Yeah, just make sure I have enough underwear and extras.
See, that's what I play smart still. I only do the required amount of underwear and socks if they're necessary. But it's the shorts, the shirts, the tops, the
The
blouses.
blouses.
They get you together. They get you. Except we need options. We need
Mhm.
a belt here. Yes. So it's I overpack. I overpack too much, but I'm very smart about it. I'm able to compact that down. But a whole clock, a whole this and a whole that, girl. You could tell these girls have never left wherever it is they're starting out.
Oh, no,
I'll
no,
tell you
no.
that.
Also, they're packing like they're going without a visa, and they're planning on staying there.
They are in witness protection. That's what's happening. They don't.
Mhm.
They say, "Oh, we're just. This is our new life. We're starting anew."
Mhm. They
Yes,
said they said, "Let's spin a globe," and, like, they're going to Holland.
I would like to do that sometime. Let's go, Tucci.
Mhm. But they're staying like, they're packing like they're staying, though. That is too much.
Mm-mm. I don't want to take
Mm-mm.
anything because then I'm just scared I'm going to leave it.
I have left not that I've
Oh
been in a lot of
no.
hotels, but, like, my ratio, I've definitely left things behind.
Ever need like a big something?
No,
Okay,
just, like,
good.
things I still wish I had.
Yeah. I don't know that I've left things obviously, but I don't know that it was ever import like a big like a
So,
highly sentimental like it was some
that's not something.
rhinestones. It was some rhinestones, probably some money. I'd like to have that back, but you know, you can have everything. Oh,
They are almost like boyfriend twins because they wear the same thing, and I don't know their sizes, but they looked, like, very similar, especially, like,
sure.
with the culottes because of how forgiving they are.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like a one size fits all situation maybe. Not like a muumuu, but, like
It's got the elastic waist, you know, keep it
Mhm.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, take it from day to night.
The culottes get me together, and part of me is like, I want to try it. Look at them. Easy breezy.
See, what's gonna happen, just like what happened with every person who was wearing a pair of
Oh
Crocs, is
no.
they put them on jokingly, and it stuck. They were like, "Oh, let's be ironic," like, "Oh, isn't this funny?" And then they slid them on and they said, "Damn, gotcha, gal."
They really hung out. They've stayed
Mhm.
around. They're still
So,
here.
mhm.
They would be a loungy kind of something, or like a camping something. Is I'm like, oh, I might fall off a cliff. I might need something to save my life. I'll grab my culottes, you know, like. But the way that the day, the morning, the evening, the night culotte prepared for every occasion. Barb and Star are culottes. Culottes are Barb and Star. That is all
Not
you
my
need to know.
excursion culotte.
The excursion culotte.
Mhm.
I the fashion.
Oh, you wanna talk about the fashion?
The fashion. Let's talk about the fashion. First off, love,
Is it fashion?
but is it fashion?
But is it's fashion?
You know, it's fashion for a certain someone in a certain area, in a certain time period, in a certain place, in a certain theme. Yeah, I said it. But I don't think it's fashion. It's costume design at its finest, I'll tell you that.
Because we all know a Barb and Star.
Oh, don't we? Oh, I see them often and frequently. I'm pretty sure I'm related to a few. Most
That's me in 20
definitely.
years.
I mean, I'm in my best. This is as close as I'm getting. You know, this print, this little floral something. It was just
Mhm.
so cute and simple. They're head to toe, neon, vibrant, pastel, over the top patterns clashing. The hair,
They said, "Yes, I'll take it all."
the hair. I,
That's from, like, not just the '80s, but the early '80s. It hurt.
you know what hurt me more on a technical note? The fact that
Why do you hurt those the ones you love the most?
they had to have multiple of those wigs made.
Mhm.
Somebody really spent time making multiples of those.
Somebody spent
Ow.
thousands of dollars on that lace making those wigs.
Ugh.
Mhm.
Ugh. It hurts my soul.
That's
I
when
don't.
that's when we go, "A job's a job."
Oh, if you're a wig maker and that's what you love to do,
Oh,
1000%.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if you're the hairstylist and the designer and you want to be making these, you know, just as glorious and these things, and you're stuck making this one, a job's a job. Absolutely.
Mhm.
She's not fun. She probably easy though. She easy because she
I
messy.
Edgar that's Edgar hair, right? He doesn't wear a wig? It's not Peace?
I'm assuming that. Yeah, that's Edgar hair.
That's it. This is all me right here.
She's from the
Um,
root. Yes.
'Cause that was nice. That was nice hair.
That was lovely. You had a nice head of hair.
Pullable.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
I could get a handful.
it's like full Scooby Doo.
I could get. I could. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Especially
he
on that beach venture.
halfway through the movie, he goes from being the third wheel to turning, like, the ladies into the third wheel. Like I
A
said, like, they're
little
going
bit.
back and forth. That's crazy. But I see it. That good for him.
Yeah,
But
he just like
also
wedges in there.
but again, though, like, it's just a job, but then it turns into, like, more than just a job for him.
This poor man, he is already so
He's
malleable and vulnerable, and he just wants love so
Mhm.
much. He's trying to get it. Do we ever find out her name. Creepy girl, creepy pasta, white lady.
Salad fingers? I don't know.
It's giving very that, but I don't know that we ever figure out who she is. But the way he is so good for you, gal. Good for you, sir. But why? And the way she treats him, and then the whole thing. It's a lot, but good for him for just getting his way in there and getting his officiality. Because I surely would have gave it to him.
Mhm.
I said, "Oh, you want to be official? Let's go, sweetie. Let's
Right.
go. I'll take it." Mm,
So,
mm.
it's a good one. Good for her. Again, good for her.
Good for
Good
her.
for her, gal.
Good for her. Proud of you. Proud of you. Happy for you. Love watching you succeed.
Oh, pray for your success.
Love seeing you happy.
Very many blessings.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Just all of it. But
good for you, girl.
he they have at one point, though, before they even get to that point, they have to confront each other over
Over the menses.
over the menses.
Well,
And,
really,
like, to even broaden it, I would say, like, something awkward, and not the situation is awkward, it's the fact that they have to, like, push through an awkward conversation,
well, at that
the
point,
ability to do it.
they had also already kind of caught each other in the
Mhm,
lies. And so now it's, I know, I know that we both know that this is a thing and this is happening and you've been caught. Let's talk about it.
mhm,
Just don't lie. Just don't
right.
lie.
Because again,
Just
like,
don't
it's making it 10
lie.
times harder for everybody, and it would just would have been easier if you're like, "Look."
I'm going to get some dick. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll be
And
back in
again,
20
if
to
you can't say
45.
that, then I'm sorry, you're not Tucci's,
How are you the best ultimate beyond supreme Tucci, but you're not even a Tucci at all? You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
How can you be one but not be everything? I am confusion. Where is the Tucciship lying? And lying. Stop the lying. It is,
Cut the cameras.
and that is where we do see the bit of their like story arc, right? Is with the whole lying thing. It's the one thing they've never done. They've never lied to each other. So why are we starting now? I don't
Mhm.
understand. Why is
We're
this
84 years into this friendship, why are you gonna lie to me?
why is
To
this
my face. Why are you playing
man
on my phone?
running up the light bill and the water bill?
Mhm.
Can we talk about how she really fell for that pillow though?
I don't know.
She really thought that was Star, that pillow with a Sharpie.
Oh my god. It's giving Ferris Bueller, it's giving Home Alone.
I'm about that. These, like, yeah, we get there.
I would say that's, like that part is the deepest that they go that we see with their friendship.
Unlike the like how real it gets.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's, like, any revelation about them, or but it's just the only insight we get to other than, like, "Oh, we talk in shorthand."
And we're the same. Like we do see a whole montage of them, and I don't know how long the flight was, but this entire flight reminded me of me and you because what we get introduced to the magical water spirit that is Trish.
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 Trisha Christmas?
A woman
Forget
named Trish
it.
is a woman you can count on. Let me tell you.
Just the snowballing of it all, like, they just keep building on top of each other, and just it just keeps growing, and then by the end of it, they're, like, in tears just 'cause they just work
Crying,
themselves so much up into the believing in this person that exists.
sobbing about her fictional suicide that they made up, but then they want to bring it back around. But it's okay because now her spirit lives on forever in the water. She is the water spirit, Trish. Oh, there. This whole moment, from the time they get on the plane until Trish stories ends for the time being,
Mhm,
reminds me of every phone call we've ever had. It's really just that simple. I
mhm.
think last week or recently we decided to have a little chit chat. Like, hey, can you talk for a quick second? How long
Oh,
were we
yeah.
on the phone for? Minimum 2.5 hours
Well, it was
every time.
it's like when I say, like, I have a pig, and it's considered a mini pig, but he's, like, 100 pound
Two,
like, 150
ooh,
pounds, but it's like that is mini compared to, like, the 1,200-pound pig.
that's true, but
So,
my
a 2-hour
God.
conversation, yes, that is a quick bit because this is where a conversation usually fits into. And as you can see, this is only about a third, maybe a little bit more.
Maybe, maybe.
So,
If we
so
were
yeah,
to
there's just a
ever,
bit. It's again perspective.
oh, I'm not saying I've ever minded or complained
Yeah,
or
yeah,
had a
yeah.
problem because it's the Good Tucci time.
But my quick 15 is not your quick 15 or somebody else's quick 15.
Well, because my quick 15 is 15, and
Take it 15.
your quick 15 is about 1500
I had
minutes.
intentions of 15.
I never believe it. I never believe it. Lies and fallacies, let me tell you. Mm.
But even though they had awkward times, awkward conversations, fought through menses, they still had like the shared sense of humor.
Oh yeah, that is. I think that's one. We may have touched on this, but I think that's just like one of the primary foundations of a Tucciship, any level Tucciship,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
is you have to have a similar, if not the same, level of sarcasm, humor, things that you find. It doesn't have to all be the same, but some crossover is peak necessary.
Like something has to happen. You just look at the person and they bust up laughing. Like that's it.
We have already
That's it.
discovered how we can have our little eye to eye communication, know where it's needed, know where it's necessary. And
Hmm.
I love that we see Barb and Star get a little bit of that with their little underwater scene. They're just looking at each other, having a whole
Talking with the
monologue.
subtitles.
Uh
Well,
huh.
that's in my notes. Is we talked about fired, getting fired with a person. Would you want to get eaten alive by mosquitoes with a friend? Would that make it easier?
Would it matter? Like, not to be that beesh.
Mhm. Well, because yeah, like once you're gone, nothing matters. Like you're not there to care. So, like, you're not there to miss your friend.
Depending the
But
way
would
I'm
it
going down at the end of the day, it could be nice to have the Tucci present.
mhm.
Like, but also no, because why
So
am
what
I
you're saying
putting
is
is
don't get on the
you?
jet ski with you.
I say what I say,
I
you hear
couldn't
what you
just jump into
hear.
I obviously it's life or death, but I couldn't just jump into open water like that.
You think I'm
Literally
even
riding out and then we go, "Okay."
I
No.
barely get up to my knees in the ocean, sweetie.
Mm-mm.
It's not, I don't. Oh, my body. I don't like it. It freaks me out. I'm trying to do better. I do better. I've gotten in other open water, but it's just not for me and my sis. It's not.
Wait for that video where the girl is I'm pretty sure it's like a girl diver. She's out in the water, like out in the water, like Barb and Star out in the water. And she was like, I'm diving. And then she puts like the camera underwater and you hear nothing but whales and you can't see them because they are miles beneath her. All you hear is like, like it is
The clicking.
crazy.
The clicking. Oh,
Yeah, and then, like,
oh.
obviously, that can come up and surface way faster than you, like, "I'm coming to shore. I'm coming to shore." No, they're gonna get you.
And then
Gonna get you.
you get trapped.
Okay, Geppetto. No, but that is true, like, a guy
It
just got eaten
happened
by a whale, and then he
recently.
got spit
Yeah.
out that blowhole. What that blowhole do?
A lot, apparently.
Mm, e
Apparently.
ejection.
Oh, oh. That was too much for me. Humor. Let's talk about humor.
Yeah, but they definitely share the same. I feel that we have, like, the not the same exact humor because they're on a different they find different things funny.
They do.
But, the fact that we snowball off of each other like that, like, what was it? Like the, mustard smearing?
The Schmerial.
Yeah, "You're terrible, Smuriel." Like, it just we'll say something, and then somebody else, like, remixes it a little bit and throws it back out, and then, like, it gets added on and then compiled and then, like, thrown around again, and then, like, a pop culture reference added to it, and then by the end of it, it's, like, 2 minutes later based off of one phrase. And we're just going back and forth.
Yeah.
Ping pong.
Ping pong. It's
It's just like watching tennis.
it is wild, and this is why again our quick 15 turns into a quick 45 plus because that's exactly what happens.
Mhm,
This
and then
happened.
so throw in a couple Dickies Image and it's over.
Oh, thank you so much. It happened pre-show today. Let's talk about that for a quick moment. He said we're gonna talk about this, but then oh, plot B and C and D, but oh, I'm gonna loop back to A, but then I gotta
What's the
talk
point?
about X, and then let's go back up to G. It's
Tarantino.
just, but you know
Mhm.
what? We can follow. We know what's up. We know what's going on. We know how to navigate the chaos that is this Tucci ship.
Just gotta close the loop.
And I say that they got their own chaos going on because it is pure chaos what is happening in their minds and their brains and their whatnots. There's a lot
Oh, it's just
happening
firing, firing, firing.
constantly. Poor do we again we only get like the one moment of kind of depth with them, but is there anything in like throughout either of them that becomes a surprise? Do
Mm,
we get like a moment of just like very out of character or unpredictability or like when you know Barb and Star, you know what's going to happen?
I say no, and I think that's for the sake of story. So not to say that it's not in their friendship, but to say that like it was very predictable what was going to happen because it's just what happens in that type of story. Not like the Austin Powers, but like the whole like sneaking around, like you're going to get caught.
Absolutely.
Especially like you're at the same resort, square footage, you're going to get caught.
There's nothing you can do.
So like that whole storyline, it was predictable, but like their friendship, I don't know outside of what we were shown that could be, but I don't think there's not potential for it.
They don't really, let's be honest, they don't seem like people to really do unpredictable, surprising things.
hmm
Look how much they had to hype themselves
Well,
up
that
just
was
to
like the
take a
whole thing. It's like
vacation.
them doing something unpredictable and going on vacation is what do you mean? Because this is not them.
I would say, oh, Barb, she's got it going. She found her flourish and her fire, and she is steam rolling ahead with that. And now Miss Star, she just gets to settle down with her man.
Starbra?
Is that not her name? Thank you so much.
Think he's is it Starbra Jean?
Star short for Starbra, but it's
Oh
just
my
Barb,
god.
just plain old Barb. I like everything plain. Actually, I think Star says that. But see, that says everything about them. I like everything plain. They're just the plain Janes. They like it simple. They don't need to take the risk and have the excitement. Can't really relate, sweetie. A little bit. A little bit. But it's just not, they don't, the film is like it is. It is kind of what you expect it to be.
So then is there any lessons to be learned then if we already know the lessons because we can predict it? You know what I mean? Like we know not to lie, so that lesson's already learned because you know what I mean? Like that was
It's
the
just,
hang up.
yeah,
It's like if there wasn't a lie, there wouldn't be a storyline. If there was a cell phone, there wouldn't be Home Alone. Like it's one of those things where it's just like that one thing would completely flip everything on its head.
I think it really is exactly that. It's just a refresher on don't
hmm
lie to your Tucci. Like this is what could happen. Look at all this unnecessary drama.
hmm
It is
And
that's the lesson to be learned. I'm sure there's more, but when we're looking at just Barb and Star like we do, we're not looking at old Edgar. I almost called him Gerald. Whatever. Just that old name. Yeah. So it's really but that's not she's pure camp and she's comedy and she's hilarious and
Mhm.
stupid and
That's why I had to show it
wild.
off because I was like, I was waiting for this and it gave and I need to give. I
Oh, and
need to
she
spread it
gave
among
even more when we had our cute little backyard viewing party with the whole screen and the projector, and we was just out on the cool summer night and just had the whole Tucci ships there.
yeah.
She was a lovely time gal. Great way to intro.
Mhm.
We just showed off to the neighborhood. Absolutely, she was worth it. She was
Oh
worth
yeah,
it.
no, it was good. So then I think the only thing left is just Trish. You got the Trish cameo played by
Oh,
Reba
oh, Reba,
Reba McIntyre. Reba.
Reba. I love old Reba.
She showed up. I said, "Oh my god, somebody can do the Reba lip. Oh my god, it's Reba."
Oh, but it's her. And she literally just swirls around, does a giggle, and then she's out of there.
with
That's all you
the
get.
dolphins.
Oh, but of
I love
course.
like the behind the scenes that they were like, "It's Reba." And she's like, "I was asked to come here and today, and I'm playing Trish. All I know is that she's a water spirit." And she very much looked like I don't know why I'm here. I'm happy to be here. It's a paycheck. Thank you so much for asking me. But like,
It was
it,
a quick and
Trish
easy
is
cameo.
Trish is Trish.
Trish is Trish. Trish is all the Trish is every woman. We'll say that. I the way they portray Trish is the inspiration for the ultimate Tucci's, for the supreme Tucci's. The way they talk about Trish,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
friend gone
'Cause sh
by,
how selfless she is with her 2 cheese.
just oh Trish. And Reba, let me tell
Trish,
you, she had the bundles.
oh,
She
yeah,
was
she was
stacked.
stoning, mama. They
She
said, "Don't get this wet, you will drown. You will get
mm,
way down under the
oh
water.
my
Think you
god.
made
And that'll be
it."
all from Miss Reba. Miss Aurora. Sitting in her 2 feet of water, I mind you.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
With
oh,
that green, the green with the red and the reflectors. Please,
just beauty glamour
mhm.
over the top. But
She said,
here,
you said you wanted water spirit. Thank you so much, booked and blessed."
what is the water spirit to you? What's under the water? What's going on? What's happening there? Who is she? What's the water spirit? She just got legs? Is she a mermaid? Is she a siren? Is she just like half a fish?
I think she's the water like in Moana. She's
She
throwing
just
pendants.
is the
She's,
water.
enticing babies.
Oh, okay.
She's out there. Mhm.
She just out there.
She's that bitch.
Okay. All right. Well,
So then or now the breakdown. Season, reason, lifetime. Obviously,
oh,
lifetime.
sweetie. This,
Obviously, because if they can make it past that vacation from hell for them, I think they can get past it. They literally almost died by mosquitoes. Okay?
in a way, they almost killed each other. Oh my goodness.
Mhm,
Just the
mhm.
stress they induced on themselves. Jesus. There's, we don't know when it began, but it feels like it began before their lives even began, if that even makes sense.
Uh-huh.
They're they're cosmically connected. They are solely intertwined. They are like again, they're the ultimate supreme everything Tucci, but at the same time they're not Tucci's at all because how do you stop lying to
Fundamentals.
yourself? Stop lying to yourselves. So absolutely, it's a lifetime Tucci. I feel like they could almost break a new category, but we're just gonna keep it simple. It's a good old lifetime Tucci. But
Mhm, a great lifetime.
my fun good question. I'm curious to get into this because they are the same person almost. So I feel like for our who is who this week, she's going to be real interesting.
No, I think it's pretty cut and dry.
I say that, but I do also have my answer pretty well done. You seem very confident. Would you like to present?
I would just say that, like, I'm probably the star and you're the Barb.
Is that what I had agreed? No.
'Cause that one which one's Kristen Wiig?
Star.
Barb. Star. Then let's flip it and reverse it.
Okay, cute.
Call on, Missy Elliott.
Thank you. Any day, every day.
Mhm, mhm,
I would agree. I am Star and you are Barb. You're the
mhm.
brunette. I'm the blonde. Kind of.
I'm waiting in the shadows.
Well, there's varying degrees, but there was just a lot of moments where I was just like, oh yeah, I can get behind that. That's
Mhm.
wild. It was a wild good time. And then she was doubling down with the characters. Good for you, gal. And she was producing and doing all of the extra things. Good for
Oh,
you,
yeah, yeah,
girl.
yeah. That's why I said it's such, like, a woman-led project, like, it
As it
was
should
made
be.
obviously, like, out of love, but, like, for fun, and,
Of
like, you
course.
felt the fun. It's a fun movie to watch, like, it's colorful, it's this, it's that. It's not like some boring-ass Christopher Nolan thing you can't watch because you're trying to watch in the afternoon and it's so dark, you can't see anything, and you can't hear it because if you turn it up, 45 seconds later, some random-ass loud sound is gonna shake your walls.
Full
So then you
explosion.
go to turn it down, and then you can't hear them talking after said noise has passed? No,
Too
this is not
much.
what I wanna watch.
No. She
I
is
wanna see the
joyful.
mints, I
She is
wanna see the
delightful.
colors, I want the music, the dances.
You missed
Yeah,
that whole moment. That was lovely. Correct. All of the things. The musical numbers, there's only two. She's not a musical. Don't stress. Don't worry. Check it out. She's a grand, glorious, campy time. Oh my
but for
God.
people that come together, know the choreography flash mob style, love,
Love.
love.
Dream about it. Are you joking me?
And not in like a Grease setting or like a musical setting, more like Disney's Enchanted. Like it got the
Sure.
construction workers and like everybody dancing in
Just
like
real life
one
flash
of
mob.
those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not, East versus West Coast. None of that. We don't need none of
Oh
that.
yeah,
That's
no
just too
jets all
much.
the way.
Well, yeah.
No, 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 no.
Well, on that note, Any final thoughts on Barb and Star and their visit to Vista Del Mar, Miss Ma'am Sweetie?
Love a Tucci vacation. Don't love that they were lying to each other and yeah, hot boys.
Hot Boys, Hot Boy Summer. I
But like I will say though, just to not like look at Jamie like a piece of meat, Edgar, he
yes,
the versatility because he also is like 50 Shades of Grey. I haven't seen that, but like to go from like again, probably like the dark, brooding Christopher Nolan shy type movies to this, like the diversity, bitch.
full goofball and just the full
Uh-huh.
change of heart. The character, absolutely, and it just it's not relevant, but it just doesn't hurt that he's a gorgeous human being.
Oh my
He
God.
just
What it's
is.
like, oh, you have a personality. Oh, you're funny and you look like that. Okay.
But it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I'll share. We could share. I'll have another buried
About
treasure
to be
with you
sister
too,
wife.
sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They this Tucciship, this everything. Edgar, the white lady. I don't know why I gotta be white. it's not even.
She
She's
was
not albino. It's a whole.
I can relate. I don't go outside like that, so
I don't either. But here we are.
here we go.
Oh my goodness.
But thank you so much for listening on your favorite podcatcher and watching on Spotify and YouTube.
As always, you can follow along with more of our antics on TikTok and Instagram at Good Tuccis.
And check out our Linktree for more of our links and access to our Discord community. Until next time, we'll see you later, Tucci's. Bye.
Bye, Tuccis.